Hey everybody, this is Merrick coming at you not live once again with another quick figure discussion. So today I wanted to talk about the Jakks specific Sonic the Hedgehog figures again. I believe the last time I discussed a sort of big group of these guys was about 2 years ago. Now, I have been collecting more of these than what is displayed here, and all I have to say is where we've come from, we've gotten a lot more better figures, and they've been getting better accessories somewhat, both yes and no. It's a whole different type of thing. So, the unfortunate case is these guys have been scalped, and I believe most of these figures here definitely freaking Neo Metal Sonic's been scalped. Speaking of, he's gonna have a video dedicated to him, more or less Metal Sonics in the future, so this is not a review again. This is just a where we've come from sort of deal, or where we've been to, or where we've gotten to. And these are some of the choice ones that I wanted to pick out, because these were some of the hell ones to find, and or stuff that I thought would be difficult to find in some cases. But this is what we got into. So the Sonic figures have come very far, and as I sort of expected of the figure line, because with the last few ones that we've picked up, there have been very much so a lot of like side characters or one-offs getting figures, and somewhat new game releases have helped a little bit, because Fang got a recent appearance in a video game, and Trip 2 is a new addition, so it was nice to see her get a figure. Outside of that, a lot of these are kind of expected, especially because Heavy King was like big in the... They can't just keep, like, if they just released only, like, a few of the enemies, and maybe, like, classic Eggman, classic, what's-his-face, they released, like, only, like, the mainline classic characters, we wouldn't have, like, a lot of dudes to, like, sort of pair them up with or display them with, so it's nice to see that we're getting some of the other newer classic-style characters in action figure form, and it's definitely nice to see we're getting a lot more, like, different villains than Eggman and, say, I don't know. Really, it's mostly just Eggman and, like, the Egg Robos. And if you really want to count, like, the little, the other, I forgot what they're called, Badniks. The little Badniks that we get. But we're slowly getting closer and closer, because I know that some of the newer announcements we're getting are going to be Tikal and other stuff. But for now, this is nice that we're getting, like, a lot of, like, different older characters that are barely get represented, especially because they made a new Infinite. Fuck, I couldn't remember his name for a second. They made a new Infinite, which is kind of crazy considering that, like, he only had one figure before this, and it was kind of speculated he'd never get something like that again, because that was to promo Sonic Forces. And believe it or not, another one-off Mephiles got a figure, and that's his accessory. And that's sort of what I wanted to talk about too a little bit, was like the accessory game has gone up teeny tiny bits. It's not perfect. Like, we still got, like, say, Cream the Rabbit, but she never came with, like, cheese or chocolate. She had, like, a little ice cream cone. Or, you know, certain characters get, like, their stuff, like, Amy always gets her hammer, which is nice, and Knuckles comes with a Chaos Emerald or whatever the frick, right? So, we get little things like that, and sometimes characters come with rings or, like, little springs, and I'll get into that on, like, another video, because definitely one of them has just kind of become, like, a little, like, fidget desk thing that I like to, like, you know, tap, tap, tap every now and then. I know Trip came with another spike block, which is nice. It fits her, considering she's, you know, she's like one of those sun lizards. She's covered in spikes, so it makes sense, and she's immune to spikes, if I remember correctly, that armor. And we can recreate little scenes with that little, the lightning that, Neo comes with that he reflects in the intro. It's also helped that, Heavy King gets his staff, and the other hardboiled heavies that we got, which is only one other one, came with this rocket launcher. So that wasn't hard to make. And Fang, unfortunately, never came with a pop gun or boomerang or anything like that. I forgot if they changed his weapon, but he did come with this nice cardboard wanted poster that I display him with, so shit like that. At least it's nice that they acknowledge the things that they came with. And hell, even Infinite got, like, the Phantom Ruby. Poor Mephilus's, his little thing is his little summon portal thing. But yeah, like, it's been, the game of these sort of little accessories that they come with has been upped, which is good. It's just that the unfortunate state of it is that, like, most of these guys have been scalped. I've seen very few Fangs in the wild. I've only seen him in the wild once and online. He goes for a lot of money, which is pretty fucking stupid. And I knew for a fact that Mephiles was going to get freaking scalped quick. I only found Infinite from a scalper, sort of. And I had to travel out to Jersey in order to find poor Trip here, because my area is just fucking, like, insane with its scalping problem. Also, get this bullshit. So Heavy King is a measure of pain. So I encountered him at a Newberry Comics, right? Going for above MSRP. He was sold for about like $21, right? I was looking high and I was looking low for him. I could not find him anywhere. I walk into the Newberry, I see him there. I paid that $21 for him. I kept him in the box for as long as I could. If I found him in the wild for, like, cheaper, just go right back, get my money back, and I did not. Nowhere did I find Heavy King for, like, $9, so he got scalped to shit, I presume. And that's the thing where it was like, so since I last talked about these, the scalping problems with them have gone up. And I know, like, a little while ago I made, like, a little bit of a shorter video just saying, like, keep on the hunt and you'll find something. And so I ended up finding Neo here. Literally walked into my Target that I went to since childhood, and I found him on the peg. I was like, holy shit. So, this is how it sort of plays out. The hunt for these guys is going to be a pain in the ass. And people are just trying to take advantage and all that type of shit. And I got lucky in most cases. I didn't have to pay scalper prices for about 4 of them. I don't even know if you count Newberry's bullshit as a scalper price, but they went over MSRP, which is very much stupid. But I know, like, these guys, I got all for the good price. Him, I had to pay a little bit above, and that was at a retail shop, and that cost way more than what he was worth at a regular store. But again, I digress. I'm just going to stay away from Newberry Comics, because they're just kind of fucked up. Either way, if you want to get your favorite characters, the hunt for these guys is just going to be, like, difficult. That's all I have to say. Between the fact that Jakks kind of, like, sent out bad batches to certain stores, the fact that a lot of these guys end up short-packed. I've only seen about 2 or 3 Fangs in the wild after the fact, and I've only ever seen her in Jersey. So that's the way the fucking cookie crumbles, unfortunately. The only way that people can get these without scalpers is fucking just trying to find them first, or just keeping at it. And that's what sucks about them, is that I said the last time, these are really good figures for both display and play. Because kids would love these. Like, Sonic's big now. Kids would fucking love all these different types of crazy characters to have Sonic fight and whatnot. But now that we're dealing with scalpers in this problem, it's going to be a whole other pain in the ass. So, this is what the sort of thing's been coming up to. The figure line has been getting much better. We're still missing some key accessories for some characters. Hell, I know that specifically talking scalpers-wise, the Walmart exclusive figures, I feel like I've been gaslit to feel like they're not existent at all. And that's the only way you can get a Froggy mold, which I think really should have came with big instead of a couple of coins. But, I mean, a couple of rings. Fake Sonic fan, sorry. But I digress. here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. The only real way to, like, just produce more, obviously, but I really don't have, like, a big solution other than just, like, try to find this shit, try to have fun in finding it, or that's all it really has to do. Keep on the search, and you will find everything you want to need for a good price without the heartbreak and the hassle, as I said. But Sonic's popularity, that type of shit, it's just kind of becoming a bit, I don't want to say unfun, but it is a pain in the ass to see, like, either stores don't buy, like, packs of these, they get short packed, other shit like that. It's a pain in the ass either way. You're just gonna, like, I know that freaking Walmart has, like, regular Sonics, just fucking, like, pegs upon pegs of regular Sonic. But again, the figures have gotten better, but the scalping problem has got worse. They're still great for display and play. They're getting even better, in my opinion. It's just that it's like, I don't want to say it's become unfun, because it is fun to find one of these and be like, yes, I found it, and you know what I mean? I can't wait to, like, mess around with it and put it on my shelf. But it's just getting a little ridiculous at this point with the scalping problem. I'm not making this video to come up with solutions, because the only solution I can think is just make more, and or do, like, more package refreshes, because that's what, like, a lot of the recent waves have been doing. I know for a fact we got 2 package refreshes for, what's his face, SPO and, Vector the Crocodile. And I saw a couple of package refreshes for Classic Amy and, both Metal Sonic and Classic Metal Sonic, which I definitely picked up recently. I know I got Metal Sonic with her, because I wanted to get one for the collection, and I also had the idea to do, that's coming up with, we talk about him fully. But that's neither here nor there. This isn't a solution to the problem, but this is these figures are cool, and unfortunately because of that, they're now a freaking target of assholes. So, just be wary out there, guys. Keep on the hunt, try to have fun, and that's basically it. Merrick out. Peace.